There are significant human health benefits when switching to a plant-based diet. Vegetarians have lower rates of obesity, heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, and more. A significant portion of diseases in the U.S. can be attributed to eating too much meat. With 2/3 of all high blood pressure, 1/4 of heart disease, 40% of cancers, 1/3 of diabetes, 3/4 of gallbladder disease, 1/2 of obesity, and almost all of the food poisoning coming from overconsumption of animal products. Vegetarian diets show a strong relationship to leaner body mass index in adolescents and lowered risk of childhood obesity compared to children who consume meat on a daily basis. While it is widely agreed in the scientific community that overconsumption of meat is a threat to human health, changing cultural norms is an entirely different story. As a country, Americans are the second largest consumers of meat in the world, but powerful marketing from the animal agriculture industry and lack of information about plant-based diets continue to encourage this behavior. The U.S. government spends $10 million a year to educate the public about healthy eating, which is 2 days of advertising budget for McDonald's. By ignoring nutrition education, people become patterned to consume meat multiple times a day with minimal concern for the health effects and unwillingness to alter their eating habits. An increase in public nutrition education surrounding the health benefits of plant-based diet could dramatically reduce the high percentages of deadly diseases in the U.S. A market-based approach would be a great way to encourage people to reduce their meat consumption. This can be done by passing the full cost of eating meat onto the consumer. In the United States, the cost of animal products is mitigated in several ways. The government pays a portion of the bill through subsidies and programs to protect farmers. Another portion shows up on our medical bills from the health problems associated with eating animal products. The final and largest portion goes to the earth in the form of environmental destruction and pollution. If we had to pay the total bill of raising animals, the average grocery bill for a family of 4 would go from $200 to $475. If people had to pay $475, they would probably eat less meat. Incentivizing a plant-based diet and reducing the consumption of animal-derived food will decrease the current environmental degradation in terms of global climate change, resource strain, and pollution. Livestock and their byproducts account for 51% of all worldwide greenhouse gases, with cows producing 150 billion gallons of methane per day, 32 billion tons of carbon dioxide in a year, and 65% of all human-related nitrous oxide emissions. If we ended all fossil fuel use abruptly, we would still surpass our carbon dioxide emissions standard by 2030, all due to animal agriculture. Growing feed for livestock takes about 56% of the United States water. Nearly half the United States is devoted to animal agriculture, with 45% of the planet's total land being covered by livestock. Additionally, the widespread use of pesticides, herbicides, and chemical fertilizers used in the production of feed crops often poison waterways, and the byproducts of animals leak into our lakes, streams, and oceans. These livestock operations on land have created more than 500 nitrogen-flooded dead zones in our worldwide oceans. Overall, when comparing a plant-based diet to an animal-based diet, the plant-based diet produces the equivalent of 50% less carbon dioxide, uses 1/11th of the oil, 1/13th of the water, and 1/18th of the land compared to an omnivore. The environmental welfare that a plant-based diet produces could save the planet from a global climate change, resource depletion, and pollution. We all want to secure a sustainable future, and there are many ways to fight climate change, but the most simple and effective solution is eliminating the demand for animal products. Switching to a plant-based lifestyle, going vegetarian, or eating less meat are approaches that not only benefit animals and human health, but also the environment substantially.